This is the Padres POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the San Diego Padres. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What's up, Padre fan? Welcome to your Padres POSTCAST on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day, live in living color. I am Jim Grieshaber. Call me Grease, G-R-I-E-S, at Jim Grease _ on social media. Give me a follow, make you a holla. You know what I'm saying? You might catch some UFC and MMA stuff and some ESPN radio as well. But yeah, we here on the Locked On Podcast Network, your Padres right now every day. Of course, we're here live after every game on YouTube, and then we upload so you can download. You read me? Yeah, we are on Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, Apple, and iHeart Podcasts, and of course, you down with OTT. Yeah, you know me. It's the Roku. It used to be OPP, but ain't no OPP with a beard like this. You know what I mean? Oh, my Lord. Would a lunatic have a beard like this? No, only me. Jimmy G, 1-0 the final at Petco. What a win for the Pods. They even the series against the D-Bags at 1 apiece. Look, you're way, way down behind the Dodgers. See Ozzy's final concert with Steven Tyler doing, oh my God, a whole lot of love by Zeppelin. That was a dope show. And Ozzy closing it the way Ozzy could. I saw him in Metallica in '86 with Cliff Burton playing bass for Metallica. Unbelievable. All right. But the Pods with a big win tonight. Another player named to the All-Star team for San Diego. Robert Suarez joining Jason Adam, Manny Machado, and Fernando Tatis Jr. What a night for the Pods. 2, not 1, 2 home runs robbed by Padres outfielders. Jackson Merrill got 1. Fernando got the other in a 1-0 victory. Nick Pivetta with a couple of big strikeouts to get out of a bases-loaded jam. Adrian Morejon with another. And yeah, baby, the Diamondbacks left at least one runner on base in the last 6 innings. They were 0 with runners in scoring position. And in spite of the fact that they never had a runner standing on second or third base tonight, the Padres get the win 1-0. This is your Padres POSTCAST on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. My name is Jim Grieshaber. Call me Grease. What do you say we kick this bad boy into high gear and get it rolling right about now?
This is what you'll be talking about.
Oh, Fernando, oh, climb the wall for me. Look at this. Dude, Fernando Tatis Jr. rising. Come on up for the rising. Look at him. I know I got to take this picture off because the bosses don't like it because it doesn't fill the whole screen. But look at Fernando getting up there. Fans behaving, not reaching over. Look, the Diamondbacks just banned a fan for that. You don't want to do that and bring it back in the yard or give him a home run. You know what I mean? Fan interference, to say the least, right? And they didn't get a good picture of it on Imagine, and they're doing a great job. But not on this one. Jackson Merrill robbed one as well. So great job defensively tonight for the Pods. And Luis Arraez, come on up for the rising. Bang. Solo home run. Game winner for Arraez. How about that? Not a walk-off, but a game winner. And this dude right here, sharp as a tack tonight. Nick Pivetta dealing. How he's not an all-star, I have no idea, man. Manny honored before the game after he got the 2,000th hit last night. And by the way, last night we were unable to get the graphics up. The site was broken, Canva that we use, so weren't able to do that. Look at the excitement here from Luis Arraez. Look at this. Come on up for Luis Arraez. And by the way, Merrill Kelly was unbelievable tonight for the D-Bags. He was incredible, and nice job by him. So look at the happiness here. Schulte was ejected tonight, Mike Schulte, the Pods manager, but still an unbelievable job by the Padres. Great win for them. 1-0 is the final, and obviously you know it was a big one, but you know, you got some work to do. You got some making up. Making up is hard to do. Na, 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 na. Yeah, series even at a game apiece. We got that swag going right now. Luis Arraez, homer leading up the 7th inning. Jackson Merrill. And how about Luis Arraez flexing like Barry Bonds at the plate, just watching that puppy go before he ran. And he knew it before he even made a move, right? And by the way, the Giants walked off the Phillies on an in the Parker. A 3-run in the Parker tonight when it was 3-1 in the bottom of the 9th, and they walked it off. Walk it off. Now, West Side, walk it off. So home run robbing catches by Fernando Tatis Jr. in right field and Jackson Merrill in center. A 1-0 win for the Padres. So the homer by Arraez, the catch by Merrill, the catch by Fernando, the catch by Merrill, the catch by Fernando, and then, of course, Pivetta with the bases loaded jam with one away. Strikes 2 guys out in a row, one with the high curve, one with the high heat, and then Adrian Morejon did the same thing. One was in the 5th inning, one was in the 7th. You know what I mean? So Merrill Kelly, 7-5, he gets the loss. One of the toughest losses you'll ever take, right? 5th homer of the year for Arise, who hammered it. Absolutely unbelievable, man. Merrill in the 5th. Merrill got Carroll is what they said, what Don said on the telecast, right? Merrill got Carroll. Corbin Carroll got robbed, baby. They had a mask and a gun. They needed one for these robberies. You know what I'm saying? So Tatis robs Josh Naylor, the former Padre, of a home run in the 8th. Jason Adam was pitching at that point, the All-Star. Adam and Suarez closing it down tonight, baby. And how about Merrill and Tatis? They both started their careers as shortstops. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm not playing. They started their careers as shortstops. So great job by the bullpen again tonight. Morejon, Suarez, you know what I'm saying? Ketel Marte was at bat in the 6th inning, and ejection number 3 for Mike Schilt because he did not like what Brian Walsh was calling. And by the way, there was a curveball that painted the outside corner that he called a ball. That home plate umpire was lost tonight, Brian Walsh. He might as well have been Brandon Walsh or Brenda Walsh for that matter. Gen X joke, by the way. And we're heartbroken. Gen X, we're heartbroken. Did you hear Ozzy? His final performance, man. And out of the voice, it was breaking my heart, man. Father Time really, truly is undefeated, all right? But, man, how about this? Only 4 hits tonight for the Padres and 3 for the D-Bags, right? So, nice job. 406-foot fly ball hit by Carroll that was caught by Merrill. Merrill got Carroll. It sounds like a Brady Bunch song, doesn't it? So, Brandon Plapp, whatever his name is, will face Dylan Cease. Dylan Cease is 3-8, man. I mean, it's about time we talk about Dylan Cease a little bit more. Not on this show, though. On Javier Reyes' show, Locked On Padres podcast, day in and day out. Same platforms as me. We share the love and we share the channel. So you look at the Diamondbacks now, 2 games under 500. The Giants move ahead of the Padres, of course, last night. And then tonight, looked like the Phillies had them. They would have been tied with San Fran. Padres currently in that last wild card spot. But never fear, we know AJ Preller makes big moves at big times at the deadline, and we know this, man. You know what I'm saying? I like that. So let me run you through a couple of things right here. The 1 run scored in the 7th. Pivetta got out of the bases loaded jam in the 5th. Morejon in the 7th. Fernando leaping grab. Merrill, the leaping grab as well. All right, where are we at on the clock? We're doing all right here. So let me just tell you really quickly right now. Hey, it's your tomorrow. Right now, come on, it's everything. Sammy Hagar played that show too, by the way. Morejon got the win because the homer didn't come till the 7th for Arise, and Pivetta only made it through, I want to say 5 2/3. Yeah, 5 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts, no runs for Pivetta. Estrada came on after that, an inning pitched, 3 Ks. Nice job. So that's 10 strikeouts, 12 in total. Morejon had 1 in a 1/3 of an inning, and that was a huge 1/3 of an inning. He struck out a Diamondbacks hitter with the bases loaded and a 1-0 game. And as a matter of fact, was it even 6 or 30? No, it wasn't. It was 0-0 still at the time. And Arise came out and hit the dinger after that. Adam, an inning, a hit, and no runs. And let's see, he had no strikeouts. Rare for him. Suarez had 1 an inning. I love how Suarez just challenges you with the heat. Says, get some. And a couple times this year, teams got some, but it was control issues that contributed. By the way, the Padres only had 4 hits. Tatis had 1, Arise had the homer, Sheets had 1, and Bogarts had 1. He's been hitting much better. Xander, I mean, $280 million for a $250 hitting shortstop with 2 or 3 home runs. What is it, 4 maybe tops? But Carroll had a hit for the D-backs, and so did Suarez, and so did Herrera. They were, 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. And no errors in the game. Very clean baseball game. 2 left on base for the Padres. No runners in scoring position all night long. They had the home run. Nobody else reached 2nd or 3rd tonight for the Podsters. You know what I'm saying? So a really big win, though. I mean, to win this game 1-0, to have the bullpen do what they did again tonight. They have been magnificent, right? Ruben Eblet has been just phenomenal. Their offense has been the problem. And I've had some issues with the hitting coaches, Martinez and company, but I mean, you have 3 hitting coaches. Come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Barry Bonds is out there and you can't hit the ball. You know what I mean? You can't hit the ball to save your life and you got Barry out there. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. And by the way, I saw an interesting, I sent this to Javier Reyes, who does the podcast here day by day, comparing Manny Machado to the other major superstars of his generation, meaning Bryce Harper and Mike Trout. And the longer Manny keeps going, got the 2000th hit last night, his numbers are starting to really compare favorably to those guys. He has 300 plus more hits than each of them. So Manny's still bugging. I remember the dude made his debut at like 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? So Manny, with a lot of experience for a younger guy. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. It's your Padres postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day, 1-0. Pods get the win over the D-Bags at Petco, and they move, right, to even the series at a game apiece. They're a game behind the Giants, and how many now behind the Dodgers? They are, where are we at? How many behind the Los Angeles? Don't call. Here we go. Where are we at? Where are we at? If you want to go and take a ride with me, we just wait for the webpage. All right. And so the Arizona took 2 out of 3 from the Padres earlier in the year, BT Dubs. All right, here. So 38,000 plus in attendance. It's Straw Hat Day tomorrow. Sellout. So 6 behind the Dodgers, 5 behind the Giants, 3.5 ahead of the D-Bags. And last night's game wasn't going to be won. So Patrick Bailey with an inside the park walk-off homer. How about that for the Giants to beat the Lilies tonight. Oh, yeah. Boom. Yeah, I don't think I can go back on that. All right, we're going to take a quick break, let you know about some tremendous deals and offers from incredible sponsors who love to be here. Why? Because of you. We had over 9 million impressions in a day earlier this year. The numbers do not lie. The Locked On Podcast Network, one city at a time, one team at a time, taking over the local podcast game. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease, Padres postcast, 1-0 Friars with the win tonight. And we will still have plenty more on the other side, including the turning point, including the star of the show, the player of the game. And we get you ready for game 3, a crucial, pivotal Dylan Cease moment again. Will he be the same Dylan Cease? He's literally ice cold or red hot to the top. We are red hot. You know what I'm saying? He's either on fire, striking out 10 dudes, or giving up a 5 spot in an inning, and usually in the same start. It's obnoxious, it's annoying, it's driving you crazy, it's driving me crazy, but think of how it's making him feel. Smash that subscribe, hit that bell if you're on YouTube right now. Come on in, say what up in the chat. You can sub anywhere you are right now. Get that rising tide, continue it moving. You know what I mean? It is what it is. San Diego, 1-0 Padres on the Locked On Podcast Network. It's your Padres postcast. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. We will keep it moving in just a moment. Stick around. So I can tell you, you got what I need. Summer sports are in full swing, and whether you're about baseball under the lights, golf on the green, or high-stakes soccer action, is there such a thing? FanDuel is the best way to make every game even more exciting. How about that USA-Mexico match the other night? Of course it was exciting for some people, just not me. You're already following the action. Why not make it a little more thrilling? With FanDuel, you can get in on the game while your friends are getting sunburned at the beach, and you could even make soccer more interesting. Oh, I'm sorry, football. I've been using FanDuel to track my favorite matchups, and the app keeps it fresh with new daily promotions and fun ways to bet. My head spins. It's amazing. I love it. It's easy to use, fast to pay out, makes even regular season games feel like must-watch events. So whether I'm placing a same-game parlay or watching a bet ride into the 9th inning, FanDuel makes it feel like I'm part of the action. How about those fly balls tonight as Tati and Jackson were pulling them in? You're like, no, yeah! You know what I'm saying? So if you're new to FanDuel, new customers can bet just $5, get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. Open the FanDuel app today or visit FanDuel.com to get started with FanDuel on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team, not every as well, but every day. It's airy. And here we go. We have to have fun with this. I'm my own producer. You know what I'm saying? Talk about BR Oodle. Brutal for those of you. You know what I'm saying? But you know what isn't? What is actually really amazing. I love it. If you are running a business, you know that every missed call is money left on the table, man. It's aggravating, right? Think about the last time you had a service emergency, like a burst pipe. The first plumber didn't answer. Did you wait? Heck no. You called the next one. That's why having a reliable business line so important. Muy importante. And that's why you need Open Phone. Open Phone is the #1 business phone system that helps you streamline and scale customer communication, all from an app on your phone. or computer. Did you juggle 2 phones in the past? Just keep business and personal calls separate? Yeah, Open Phone solve that instantly. Your whole team can share one number, respond to customers like a shared inbox. No more, hey, who's handling this? You got this? You got it? No. What about you? Me? You know me. I don't know. You, me? No, not you. And the AI agent, how about that? Handles after-hours calls, answers common questions, and captures leads so I never miss a customer again. Open Phone right now is offering Locked On Padres podcast and Padres POSTCAST viewers and listeners 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/LockedOnMLB. That's OPENPHONE. Openphone.com/LockedOnMLB. And if you have existing numbers with another service, forget about it. Open Phone will port them over at no extra charge. Open Phone, no missed calls, no missed customers. All right, there we go. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. 1-0. Padres with the win. Huge one at home tonight. Even the series at 1 game apiece against the D-backs. Nick Pivetta, 5 2/3, no runs, 7 strikeouts, just 3 walks tonight. He is one of the stars of the show. Also, Merrill Kelly, he took the loss, but he went 7, gave up an earned run, 4 strikeouts, no walks for him. Luis Ariz with the game-winning homer, a solo shot in the 7th. Obviously, a solo shot, Jim. It was 1-0. Give me the Moto Award. Slap it on my forehead. Master of the obvious. Morejon, by the way, got the win, 6-3 with a 1.79. The 1 strikeout win, but it was in the 7th inning. He came in with the bases loaded. Rally over. Pivetta in the 5th, 2 strikeouts in a row to end the jam. Ariz the homer. Merrill and Tati with the brilliant home run robbing catches here tonight. All right, we got a couple of minutes left. Look at this efficiency, Sam and company. You see this? They love me as a host, but they're always going, Grease, clean it up. You're too long. Grease, clean it up. The spots are too long. Grease, you're waiting too long to get into your spots. Grease, oh my God, Grease, we got to tighten up this production. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yep, I know. And I think we should fire the producer. The only problem is I'm the producer. I mean, you can fire me as the producer and keep me as the host. That would be a dream come true, but it's a one-man show. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you appreciate it. I hope you enjoy it. Come on in, say what up. Give us a sub. Give us a tap on that bell so you get alerts when we come your way. And then come on in and say what up in the chat. We got a good group, too, with these Padres fans. So you give me something. What did Jim Rome you say? Have a take. Do not talk. Or you will get run. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get run. But anyway, long story short, Jim Rome, the great Jim Rome, started in San Diego. All right. See, now I'm wasting time because I'm so far ahead. I'm lonely. I'm in front of the clock, playing with house money. All right, here we go. 1-0, the final. Who is the star of the game? We're going to have to wait just a minute to find out. But how about the turning point? Where did this game? And there were so many of the turning points. How do we pick one?
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
This offense is legitimately starting to scare the crap out of me. I don't know about you. It's legitimately scaring the crap out of me, but a brilliant job by Nick Pivetta tonight. The 2 strikeouts back-to-back. Now, that was enormous in this game, right? Back-to-back like you're Drake 100 years ago, but it seems like Drake is a little bit lost right now. He doesn't realize he lost. I don't think either one of them won. Go back and listen to No Vaseline, Ether, Dre Day. You know what I mean? Yeah, come on. You know, there's just no hit them up. It's just, come on, Kendrick and Drake. Don't even get me started on these guys. Anyway, what inning was that? Let me just make sure I have this right. Yeah. Okay, so I do believe it was not the 5th inning. Wait, where am I at? What inning was it where Pivetta? It was the 4th. Suarez and Gurriel Jr. back to back. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the Drake reference. We're not going to do that again. So that was in the 4th inning. Back to back, 1 out, bases loaded, zip at the time, 0-0 for those of you who don't know. And Pivetta won with the curveball high. Got away with a high curveball and outside struck him out. And then the high fastball that just seems to keep rising, and they just can't touch the high heater, man. It's tough. It looks so good coming in as a hitter. I think that's an underused pitch in Major League Baseball, and Pivetta's made a living off it. He should be an all-star, man. Hey, now, you're an all-star. Dude, he's saved this rotation this year while Cease has been up and down like a yo-yo, seemingly every start. King's been out for a while. Darvish just got his first start in of the season. You've been pitching guys like Hart, Attack, Kyle Hart, who actually pitched well in relief the other day. But, it's just been Vasquez and different guys coming up and relievers like Kolek being converted and just crazy, right? David Morgan, rookie. I mean, come on, it's been just nuts. So anyway, that 4th inning, Pivetta with the 2 Ks. And then in the 7th inning, the top of the 7th inning. By the way, Jackson Merrill with a beautiful catch. Where do we have it here? What inning was that with Merrill? I'm trying to remember. It's the top of the 5th. That was it. The top of the 4th is when Pivetta had the back-to-back strikeouts. And, you had a double from Herrera, and Carroll flies out to center. It was 406 feet. Should have been a 2-run homer. Jackson Merrill legit pulled that one right back in. In the 7th inning, Luis Arraez with the solo homer to give them the 1-0 lead. And then in the top of the 9th inning, where is it? Hold on 1 second. No, it wasn't the 9th. Where was it? It was the 8th. Yeah, it was Naylor in the 8th, and Fernando went up over the wall and legit pulled one back as well. So it took Adam, it took Suarez, it took Morejon, it took all those guys following Pivetta on their A game. Great catches from Tati and Merrill. A home run from Luis Arraez to pull off the 1-0 victory. So in retrospect, looking back, the turning point, I mean, it's Arraez's home run. It's Tati's catch. Tati's catch, it saved the game from being tied. So that's not the turning point. We'll eliminate that one in real time right here. It was, you guys pick whatever you want. It was Luis Arraez home run, Pivetta's strikeouts, you know what I mean? Jackson Merrill's catch, Morejon strikeout in the 7th. I'll say Morejon strikeout to end the top of the 7th, pitched the 3rd of an inning, got the win, followed by Arraez's home run in the bottom half of the inning. There's your dual turning point right there. That took me 17 minutes of a mini segment to do because I was so far ahead on time, but not anymore. So
this is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Dun, 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 dun. There he is, Nick Pivetta. Unbelievable job. He threw a ton of pitches in 5 2/3, over 100. So he saw the early shower, but a lot of strikeouts will do that. You strike out a ton of dudes. It's a lot of pitches, right? So 5 2/3, no earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks for Pivetta. Only allowed a couple of hits. Brilliant job by him tonight. So he is our star of the game with honorable mention for Luis Arraez and, of course, Merrill Kelly, Tati, and Action Jackson Merrill. Padres and D-Bags going to go at it again tomorrow. It's kind of fun. Did I say D-Backs? Yeah, I said D-Backs, didn't I? Hey, it's fun. You know what I'm saying? But tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you will see Brandon Platt and Dylan Cease, the wildly inconsistent, maddening pitcher for the Padres. But the dude finished 8th in Cy Young voting? I think 4th in Cy Young voting last year. Anyway, for tomorrow, the odds. Let me give you the odds. How about that? So plus 120, the Diamondbacks, and minus 145 for the Pods. And let's see the run line, minus 1.5 for the Pods, plus 1.5 for the Arizonans, the Phoenicians, the people who are melting. So happy to get out of there this time of year, no diggity. But big win tonight for the Friars, 1-0. They even the series at a game apiece. They stay a game behind the Giants. Tough one for the Pods. You're watching that game in the clubhouse maybe, but the Giants with a walk-off 3-run inside the park home run to beat the Philly Lilies tonight when the Phils were up 3-1. They've had a lot of troubles this year, the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, so 1-0 the final. And don't forget, day by day, you have Locked On Padres podcast with Javier Reyes. And then after every game, right after the game, live on YouTube, it's Padres POSTCAST. Now, we're both on YouTube, obviously. I'm live after the games. He schedules his. He premieres them. You'll have to check those out. By the way, hit him up in the mailbag. Javi's great with the mailbag. We have a great Twitter with Locked On Padres as well. But we're right after the games. He's day by day. I'm live on YouTube as soon as the game ends. And as soon as this show ends, we upload Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean. Know what I'm saying? We upload, you download. World works perfectly, right? And then also Roku. You down with OTT? Yeah, you know me. This whole party in San Diego on a Tuesday night. Is gas lamp jumping? What is it? It's 10:30. Of course it is, man. Of course it is. The Pods with the big win tonight. And tomorrow, Dylan Cease will look to keep it going so they can try to win this series. Win the next 2 games, win this series. And then you got a big one coming up this weekend with the Phils, who are playing the Giants right now. And you are a game behind the Giants and 6 behind the Dodgers in the National League West. Again, 1-0 the final. Pivetta, brilliant. So was Morejon, who got the win. Adam, Suarez, great catches by Fernando and Merrill. And they robbed home runs, each of them. And then, of course, Luis Arraez with the home run in the 7th inning to give them their cushion. In a 1-0 win, that was about as clean and well-played a baseball game. If you love pitcher's duels, you love great defense, you love a little action, great catches being made, this was your game. And even Mike Schilt got ejected, arguing balls and strikes. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. We'll be back tomorrow night. First pitch is at 6:40. So we'll be here about 9 o'clock, 8:30. 9 o'clock-ish, maybe a little bit later, depending if they go long, as they have a few times recently. But a big one tomorrow for the Pods. They're all big ones right now. The trade deadline looming and the All-Star break right around the corner. It's go time for the Pods, who are in that last spot of the wild card race right now. Great win tonight, 1-0. The final, been on the wrong end of a couple of those this year. It's nice to get on the right side of that one. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. We'll be back tomorrow night right after that game. Again, 6:40, first pitch with Dylan Cease on the mound for the Pods. Until then, Padre fan, thank you so much for being here. After Locked On Padres podcast and postcast, check out Locked On MLB Game Night on YouTube. You get every game, every night, all the stuff you need to be a baseball super fan. And that is going to do it for me. Thank you for watching, listening to Padres postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Again, 1-0 the final. Series even at a game apiece with the Diamondbacks. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. Until tomorrow night, Padre fan, keep your game tight and your mind right, baby. I'm out.